Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota Zone 4 and it is May 16th and I think this is my weekly garden tour number 3. My little tree is leafing out quite nicely. We had some thunderstorms last night, so everything's wet. It's supposed to get into the mid-70s today. Right now it's quite humid out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. My shrubs are budding out quite nicely. I haven't pruned this yet. I do need to do that, but that's kind of low on my list right now. They look fantastic for the winter we had. Normally, every season, they don't bud out as nicely as this. Sometimes it'll just be one side that buds out or another, but all of it is. I'm surprised they came back. They were squished almost the entire season. Definitely looks different, doesn't it? That's what happens when the temperatures get nice and we get enough moisture. The only issue is in a few days, they're talking highs in the 40s again. I think a low of 39. It's just this up and down with the weather. We can plant our annuals right now. I'm not going to. It's today, yeah, I could because it's definitely nice, but seeing the forecast, that's not optimal. Especially when I do a lot of coleus, a lot of tropical plants, that'll just set them back. Snow on the mountain. This garden looks a little better. I definitely can see the growth now. Taking a bit to fill in, but I'm not sure if my ferns came back. Again, I don't have the best luck with them. That's too bad. They added different like texture and foliage. Oops, a little too fast there. Hostas look great. Yesterday they were just starting to unfurl. So the heat and the moisture has been awesome for these. Bleeding Heart is absolutely gorgeous. It's just such a shame that it goes dormant when the heat sets in. This Brunnera down here is blooming. Let me see if I can get that blooms into focus here. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that blue. You do not see that a whole lot. And that's just the little guy right here. Here's the big one. This should be blooming soon. This one did really good. Yep. Pretty soon. Goat's beard, I swear, puts on about a few inches a day for growth. That's just huge. With the storms last night, we did get some hail, so I think I see just a little damage there. Not huge hail, I would say about pea size, but it's still enough to cause some issues. Oh, this is a huge clump. Birds are absolutely going nuts this morning. You can see these hostas over here are just starting to come up, some more so than others. Back up, there we go. Yeah, after today, I think we have a week worth of rain coming. I bet the mosquitoes are going to come out after this. This one I'm not happy with just because having just one stalk come up after, I think this will be the second full year of being here. I'll have to, the tag is faded, so I have to go back and look at my other videos to see what it was. All the rest are doing pretty good. I usually like to see about 4 or 5 stalks. Even happy with 3 coming up. Something's not happy with me over here. It's just chirping away. Look at the lily of the valley. I cannot wait till that starts blooming. It has the best scent, in my opinion. Close to peonies. I like the peony scent too. These hostas are a little farther behind. Colder area, shadier area. It's supposed to be my climbing hydrangea. It's been like that for probably 5 years now. I don't know what I want to do. The rabbits keep trimming it and it's not doing what I wanted it to do. I'm going to head this way. Trying to get by that pine tree is a pain in the butt. I have not mowed yet. I leave my grass go pretty long before the first mowing. So it looks a little unruly and I haven't edged or weed whipped. You can see that bright pink is starting to go away. It's because it's getting bigger and usually all the new growth comes out pink. But I love that kind of ferny texture to it. It is so dainty. I will be digging up whatever this clump is in here. It was a black-eyed Susan, but I'm not seeing much in there anymore. It was just kind of taken over by, I think they're violas, and look like some lily of the valley in there. Not sure what I'm going to plant in here though, because it needs to tolerate some wetter soil. I don't know if I want a spreader or something that just kind of stays in a nice little group. peony looks really good in here. Kind of hard to tell just because of all the creeping Jenny. I did trim up my roses. I still don't have any gloves, but it was a little painful, but I had to get it done. Still looking to see if there's buds on my mock orange, and I'm not seeing any yet. I don't know. Sedum is starting to fill up very nicely. A lot of weeding to do in this garden, and I knew that. That's why I kind of left the mulch. That's a cute little clump of rose in there. I'm just glad they all came back, and all of them did. I was really nervous about losing them, because I do think they're hardy to a zone 5. The bee balm looks awesome. I was thinking about doing bee balm where over in this area, where I was thinking of where the black-eyed Susan got taken over, but it's such a spreader, I don't know. So, but I do love bee balm. Just gonna go over here quick. Strawberries look really good. Lots of squirrels digging in here though. These are my Arctic raspberries. They look really, oh, I think I see some flowers on it. Neat. I hope I can get to them before the birds do. I'm just gonna swing over here and just show you all of the plants I've been growing since about the middle of April. Morning glory vines. I was going to leave them last night because I've been harding them off, and I thought, you know, they have to deal with a thunderstorm at some point, but you know, they're not in the ground yet, so I can control the outcome, and I'm glad I did, because with that hail, I wouldn't have slept. I would have been coming out in the middle of the night in the storm and hauling this stuff in. I'm very glad I did. Once it's in the ground, I can't do anything about it. They look really good. I think it'll be about a week before I get to planting them, at least a week. Temps just need to warm up a bit more, and I'd like for them to get hardened off just a bit more. Another rose. That one looks really good. The grass is doing well. And let's see. And if you look there, you can see growth on my Russian sage. Trimmed it up pretty good, but we'll see what happens. I usually like to leave about 6 inches on it, but I wasn't seeing any growth. Whoops. Kind of got stuck on my bed. Sorry for the jerkiness. And then, my tree peony here, I am going to get a bloom. I can't wait. And then back here is my Baptisia. Is it pink lemonade? Very happy with that. this rose looks absolutely beautiful. I hope the rabbits leave it alone. You would not think that they would like roses, but they do. My Ito peony, that has finally taken off. This coneflower is doing the best out of all of them. There's one over here that's quite puny. Right, I'm going to swing you around. I'm thinking I'm going to probably plant my peas today, some radishes. Let's see what else. I did clean up all of this debris. Still haven't gotten out to the dump, so it's just in black bags. It was bothering me. Got a lot of cleanup to do still. Rhubarb's looking really good. But yeah, radishes, peas, maybe beans. Take that. I don't know. I just want to start planting. Just get my hands in the soil. Even flowers, but it's just, let's see here. I don't know if I can see anything yet. This is my Joe Pye weed. I'm gonna have to get in there later to see if I see anything. I know it does come up later, but down here. Oh, this is promising. So I have growth down there, and then looks like alongside. And then if you can see, I see a little red swelling right, oops, too close. Right in there. So just maybe it made it. And then you'll see on my giant alliums, have flower heads forming. I see 3 there. I see it just a little dude over here. Just one. We'll call him the Lone Ranger. And then, let's see, how about in here? See 3 right there also. That'll be neat. And then you can see that's my clematis coming back. That's really shot up, I would say, in the last 3 days. Wow. And then if you can see over in here, in there. Very happy. I don't know if I'm going to get blooms this year, but at least it's back. This one came back too, just kind of in the far corner there. It's definitely a hard year on the vines. We just had too much ice and too much heavy snow. These clumps in here, if I haven't said, they're turtle head. And then I want to say this is a milkweed in here. Oh, I think I saw my first mosquito. And then right in here too. I think maybe that's the milkweed and this could be something else. Not sure. It kind of looks like a coneflower. But I thought they all died back here. I was going to see if I could see a blossom on this wild ginger. Sorry for the jerkiness. Right, see how ugly that is? I'm so glad it's all the way to the ground. I love the leaves. They look like little hearts. I had some bee balm back here, but it looks like these, and I didn't plant these. They just, I don't know, they self-seed all over. I'm gonna blame the birds. There is some bee balm in here, but it kind of looks like this did. But they're pretty too. I have a woodland garden, so I Need to embrace it. Giant fleece flower. All of this stuff has just put on a lot of growth. And it looks like my pagoda dogwood here has the flower heads on it. There you go, a little bit better. Looks like that cage is not big enough. I might have to get something else. They're all just kind of out of bounds. And my honeysuckle up here. Thank goodness I had one vine left. Otherwise, it would have came back because I'll show you down here. Just would have taken a lot longer to fill out. So you can see all of this growth down here. Nice thing is if it would break down all the way, it is that vigorous. And then right in here is where I had my fern. I'm just not seeing anything. I think it was called cristata. Let me know in the comments if you get tired of my tours or if they just start getting boring. It's kind of the same old right now, but it's, for me too, it's kind of neat to see how the growth progresses and how fast it can, because it went from looking really bare to very lush. At some point I'll have other tours going on, my vegetables, my flower pots, and so my other raised beds. So the tours will be just a bit more, but right now it's kind of the same stuff. But please let me know. Once they start getting boring, then I'll kind of cut back on the tours. I'm trying to keep this a little shorter. You know, there's a lot of people that don't like lengthy tours. Something keeps knocking that over. I have a rock in it to hold it up so it doesn't blow away. I'm going to blame a squirrel. My lilacs, I would say, I bet in a week. Well, at these cold temps, maybe it might be 2. And then you'll see I have a lot of trimming. I will trim this up pretty good once it's done just to keep it manageable. And that pile of debris is gone also. At some point, I'll get to the dump site. The hydrangeas are budding out nicely. I had to really trim this one up. And I also kind of cleaned it up at the bottom so there's not any touching the ground. We'll see how they do this year. I normally don't trim them up that much. Another lilac. This one's doing the best. I wish I remembered what one this was. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare for you. I'm walking into the sun right now. So on the agenda today is going to be hopefully filling some of my pots here with some potting soil. That's all. Emptying out some of the old, just starting to get things ready for planting. I think I'm going to tear down that little greenhouse. And yeah, I can't wait. So hopefully you enjoyed this tour, and I will probably do another one next week. Bye for now.